Hello, and welcome to the walkthrough for the Pandemic EBT or P-EBT online application. In this walkthrough, we'll show you how to navigate through the application so you can best help families who are applying for P-EBT benefits. We're very excited to provide this walkthrough for you. We are doing this walkthrough in the test environment, so please note that the application will have some small modifications and some items on the pages might look slightly different from the final application. So let's take a look at how to navigate to the website. To navigate to the P-EBT application, you will go to the Colorado Department of Human Services P-EBT page found at colorado.gov/CDHS/P-EBT. From there, a link will be available at the top of the page linking families to the application. When you click on the link, the first page you will see is the Welcome page. You'll see a banner at the top with an Apply Now button that will take you to the beginning of the application. Please note that while this presentation will be done in English, there will be a link at the top of this page that can translate the application into Spanish. Below is information about P-EBT and how to apply for P-EBT benefits. A brief overview of what information families need to complete the application, eligibility, and the P-EBT card is outlined here. There are also instructions for applicants who had an EBT card in the past but need a replacement card if the previous card can't be located. Applicants will email our P-EBT card with the listed information, and this required information is stated throughout the application. The last section of this page includes a flowchart that helps families determine if they may be eligible to apply. Let's take a look at the chart. The first question asks if the applicant student attends a school that participates in the National School Lunch Program. A link to eligible schools is linked here. If the applicant answers no, the student is not eligible for this benefit, but other food resources are linked here, such as a link to free food resources and the link to apply for SNAP benefits. If the applicant answers yes, they will be asked if they receive SNAP benefits during March, April, and May of this year. If yes, their P-EBT benefits will be automatically loaded onto their EBT card and there is no need to apply. If no, they will be asked if they have a state-issued student ID number, sometimes referred to as a SACID, for each student applying. A link to a school contact is listed here if families do not have their student's ID. If they do have the state-issued student ID number, then they can apply for P-EBT and can continue on to click Apply Now. Please note that all the links listed in the flowchart will also be available throughout the application. Now let's go to the top of the page and click Apply Now. The first page you will see is household information. The head of household is the person who will receive the P-EBT card. Here you will enter the head of household's first and last name, date of birth, and sex. Social Security number is an optional field, but if the applicant has one, it helps us issue the P-EBT card. At the top, you will also see a reminder that immigration status does not matter for P-EBT, and this program is not part of public charge. If a student or someone who is their own guardian is filling this out, they would fill out their own information in head of household. Once this is filled out, applicants can answer if they have ever received any Colorado benefits on an EBT card to determine whether they have a previous EBT card for benefits to be loaded onto. If they click yes, another question will appear, asking if they still have their EBT card. If they click no/I don't know, a pop-up box will appear. This box will remind families that if they still have their previous EBT card, benefits will be automatically issued to their card. We are highly encouraging families to try to find their past EBT card, as this will help them receive their benefits as quickly as possible. If they don't have their previous EBT card, this prompt will remind them that another additional step is required to obtain a replacement EBT card. Applicants must email the P-EBT inbox with the information in this pop-up box. Information to include in the email is mentioned in this pop-up box as well as at the end of the application, so applicants will see this information and reminder again. Next, the applicant will fill out their mailing address. Please ensure this address is accurate as the P-EBT card will be mailed to the address listed. Before moving on, click Verify Address to validate their address and confirm that this is the address exactly where they want the card to be mailed. If the applicant lives in an apartment, ensure the unit number is correctly listed. Lastly, a phone number with area code is required in case we need to contact the applicant if we have questions about their application. An email address is optional, but it is very helpful for families who may need a replacement EBT card. Applicants may fill out their preferred spoken and written language, either English or Spanish, as well. This helps us know if we need a language line for the participant, and the written language question will generate the client correspondence in either English or Spanish. Once the information is filled out, click Next. Student information is asked for on the second page of the application. On this page, the applicant will enter each student in their household one at a time. First name, last name, date of birth, and whether the student is in foster care or receiving TANF assistance will need to be filled out. Next, the student's school information will be filled out based on their school type, district, and school name. The applicant must also answer if the student was approved for free or reduced price meals for the 2019-2020 school year. They must also provide the key information of the state-issued ID number. If an applicant does not know the ID number for the student, then the blue "Here" may be clicked, which will bring up a list of contacts for each school district. Once the information is complete, "Add another student" may be clicked if another student needs to be added, or if this page is complete, click Next. The second to the last page asks for income information. Based on how certain questions were answered on the student information page, for example, if they were already approved for free and reduced price meals, the income information page may not show for each family. Based on what the applicant has reported, we may not need additional information on household and income size. This page may not show for all applicants. We are asking for monthly household information and household size for March, April, and May. If the applicant would like to understand if they're eligible, they can click on the blue "These Income Guidelines" to view the income guidelines for free and reduced price meals for 2019-2020 school year. If an applicant has no income to report, they will put 0 into the income boxes. Enter in the household size and income into each box, and once this is complete, click Next. The last page submits the application. On this page, you will see the student summary, which lists each student that was entered into the application and their P-EBT benefit outcome. If a student was unable to be matched their ID number, then this message will appear and ask the applicant to email the P-EBT inbox. If a student was successfully matched, then the applicant will see a message that their child is in process and will receive their benefits. The last step for the application is signing with an electronic signature. The certification statement is to be read by the applicant to ensure that the information is true and correct and that they understand that this information is subject to verification. If they understand this, check this box and type their first name, middle initial if they have one, and last name. Once complete, click Submit. Text will appear at the bottom of the page confirming that the application has been submitted. A reference number will be generated, and it is very important that the applicant keeps this number for their records. Next steps are also given with more information about receiving an EBT card. If the applicant has never had an EBT card, they will receive a new one in the mail in about 12 to 24 days. Again, there is another reminder in these next steps for applicants who have had an EBT card in the past. This is a place where families can write down the information they need to provide to the inbox when they email us should they need a replacement card. Otherwise, benefits will be loaded automatically onto their EBT card. And that is how to complete the P-EBT application. Thank you for joining us on this application walkthrough and assisting eligible families in receiving the P-EBT benefit. If you have any questions, please email the P-EBT inbox at pebt2020@state.co.us. Thank you.